I started out one of those people that definitely knew I wanted to teach, always really enjoyed children. And when I got into college and started taking early childhood development, I knew that was it. I was fascinated by development and watching children grow and learn and trying to figure out, what is it that is so fascinating about this age group. I went back to school and got my master's in early childhood special education. And that was just a light for me that all children can use these qualities, these strategies that you learn in early childhood special education. So I went from that experience to working in the public schools and loved it, had a great time. But I worked in the field of professional development, and as I was in that field, I loved it. I loved the information I was getting. I liked being able to provide information to people in the field. But I also knew that the back of my head, this dream of having an opportunity to work with families and with children in a high quality environment was there. And I began to pray about it. If this is supposed to happen, let's see what happens. I've always known I had a path that I wanted to walk on. It's always been a very spiritual part of my life. And when I got the call, I knew this was the right way to go. That I used everything I had learned up to that point, working with young children, the professional development, the resources I had learned would all come together in working with this staff, these professionals, and enhancing them in a way that I can work daily, I can model. I see a difference with the children, and I really missed children, having that wonderful part of the environment. The faith environment that goes along with St. James Children's Center is essential because it is a spiritual community. The teachers, I hear the teachers talk about this as a ministry for them. And seeing the children have the freedom to have their time, their dedications in the morning, their devotions, their having their blessings before they eat, and you can see that they feel this. They have this connection. The board and I, when I went through the interview process, talked a lot about what our vision was, and I was thrilled that that was part of that process because I have a vision. And when we talked about moving forward, that there's been such a great foundation for the center, and where do we go from here? And we've talked about really providing the staff, that some of these staff have been here for so many years, and they have so much knowledge that comes from their daily interactions with children, their experience. But this is a time in science where we know how important it is for birth to 5. We have brain scans that can show us how much a child learns. We understand that the emotional aspect of connections with adults and with each other really creates the architecture for the brain to grow, to create new synapses. So our goal is for the education piece to continue for not only our children, but for the teachers and for myself, that we continue to stay abreast of what is new, what are we finding out, what else can we do for these children. My goal is to be a model and to be there to really, as we want to do with young children, not think about I'm the person that's emptying knowledge into your head, but that I'm going to be a collaborator with you, and we are going to co-construct this knowledge. And I see that the teachers feel a lot of freedom from that, and I can see a lot of excitement, and they're meeting together, they're working as teams, they're thinking about their ideas, and that's very exciting. That's a great place to start. The St. James community has been amazing. I know that now with the support that we've already gotten. as we have new vans, we could take children out to places that they wouldn't normally go in the summer. I continue to hope to get that kind of support, but also the volunteer opportunities, the fact that if you have a special talent and that you can come into the center and share that with children that maybe they have never thought about working with clay or never have really worked with anybody that's carved. There's so many possibilities. One example is that I just put an email out to the board saying I would like to increase literacy in all of our centers. And I'm thinking about office materials and envelopes and index. And I have 3 bags now of literacy materials that I can just provide to the teachers. So when they have doctor office, they've got literacy as part of that. And it's helping them to integrate all of these developmental domains into the children's day.